So I just watched the clip from $1 Million Worth of Game between Stephen Fulton Jr. and Shaki Foster, right at the end where they're talking about, you know, walking each other down, basically. Like, this fight is going to be a war. I'm so annoyed that it got postponed from the Thurman Fandora card. They're talking about walking each other down, and like, who's gonna, like, Shaki Foster saying, how are you going to stop me from walking you down? Like, you're the smaller guy, basically. And Stephen Fulton saying, you know, regardless from the smaller guy, I walk dudes down. This is what I do. It's crazy. It's just such a good fight, man. Because Shaki Foster is a very good boxer. He's lost before, he's beatable, but he's a very good boxer and deserves to be in and around world level at 130. And, you know, of course, is the WBC champion at 130. Fulton, of course, the smaller dude, but I saw in an interview, this dude gets out of camp, but this dude's at 160, bro. How on earth was Stephen Fulton fighting at 122, man? No wonder he was putting the beatings on dude he was. He was outside the camp, he was 160, bro. So no wonder he can go from 122 all the way up to 130. And I doubt he's going to be looking extremely small for 130. He's going to be a bit shorter because he naturally is. And there are some tall guys at 130. But same way there was tall guys at 126. There's still tall guys at 130. So we'll see how he sort of deals with that Stephen Fulton Jr. But he's got to get through Shaki Foster first. My opinion, I do think Stephen Fulton will beat Shaki Foster. But I really want to see this fight, man. I'm so excited. Like that, because I sort of forgot about it. Because so much happens in the world of boxing. We had Wardley v Joseph Parker recently. We've got Eubank Jr. v Ben 2 coming up. You know, there's all these fights going on. And I forget about these amazing fights like your Stephen Fulton Jr. and Shaki Foster for the WBC Super Featherweight World Championship. Like, you forget about these fights. Because there's so many good fights going on at the moment. I'm really looking forward to that fight. I hope we get to see it sooner rather than later. Because I really want to see Stephen Fulton back in the ring, you know, as quick as I can. And Shaki Foster too. Shaki Foster's a really good boxer as well, really fun to watch. But Stephen Fulton's my guy, man. Come on, that's my guy. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of that fight. Did you see that interview from $1 Million Worth of Game? What did you think of it? And who do you think is going to be coming out the WBC 130-pound champion when those two fight? Of course, Stephen Fulton, he's had a long career, not a long career. He's not had a long career, but his only loss was against Inoue. And again, in a fight where Stephen Fulton, going into it, you're thinking he's going to do a good job. And he was competitive with Inoue at times and was definitely willing to stand in the pocket and trade with him. You know, Inoue didn't walk through Stephen Fulton Jr. Let's have it right. Inoue won that fight, but it wasn't like he just dog walked him. That wasn't the case at all. But yeah, other than that, Stephen Fulton's beating up a lot of guys, man. At 126, he became world champion when he beat Figueroa. Really good win, in my opinion. A fight that, you know, going into that fight, you're thinking this guy, he just lost to Inoue at 122. Now he's coming up to 126. Can he really crack it? Is he good enough? Does he have enough power to stay honest at this weight division, you know? And he does it. He comes up, wins the world title at 126. Now he wants to win a world title at 130. So let's see if he can do it, man. I think he can, but we'll see. And what I like about it is Stephen Fulton, he's daring to be great. He's daring to be great. He's not just staying at one weight class. Because he could have stayed at 130 for a while. 126 for a while. He could have got a Nick Ball fight. I think he's better than Nick Ball. He could have got maybe a Rafael Espinoza fight. I think Espinoza is probably a bit better than Stephen Fulton at 126. But again, at that point, if he fights a Nick Ball and beats Nick Ball, that's a unification bout for all the belts, I believe. You know, that's an undisputed fight at featherweight. That's a big fight in my opinion. But he's not doing that. He's moving up another weight class because he wants to become a 3-weight world champion. Well, you know, yeah, would be a 3-weight world champion. He wouldn't be a reigning 3-weight world champion, but you know, that doesn't really happen anyway because the governing bodies always strip you once you move up. It's whatever. But he could become a 3-weight world champion. That, in my opinion, is a modern day great. Like, not a lot of guys are becoming 3-weight world champs nowadays. What other 3-weight world champs are there out there? Terence Crawford, of course, so he's more than 3. Shakur Stevenson. Who else? Devin Haney will probably become one when he beats Brian Norman. I'm going to make a video about that as well. You know, there's not tons of weight division. There's not tons of 3-weight world division champions out there. Badu Jack, I guess. Christ. Yeah, Badu Jack. But yeah. Super curious what you guys think of that fight. Who do you think is going to win out of Shaki Foster and Stephen Fulton Jr.? I've, of course, given my take. And hopefully, when the fight gets announced that it's rebooked, I'll make another video, more in-depth prediction about my opinion of both guys. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Another episode of the Seth Solo Side Quest in the bag, and I'm out. Peace.